My name is Kartik. I am a second year student in the Department of Geology and Geophysics, enrolled in its 5-year integrated MSc course of Exploration Geophysics. I am from Noida. I am a boarder of Nehru Hall of Residence. I am contesting for the post of General Secretary, Social and Cultural, Technology Students Gymkhana, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, for the academic session 2014-2015.
Kartik, you mentioned that you are a boarder of Nehru Hall of Residence, while your student identity card says that you are a boarder of Triple M Hall of Residence. Can you justify it?
No, the institution does not again assign the identity cards to second year students after their change of hall of residence in the first year.
Let me clarify your funda. You can always approach the academic section and reissue the academic identity card for free.
Okay, sir, I'll surely do that.
Does this highlight your lazy?
Is it prerequisite to?
I don't even follow your question.
Is it required?
Is it a prerequisite that to change your I-card after you are going to second year?
No, sir, because the institute does not do so. It's not a prerequisite. Because it would have been a prerequisite, the institute would have surely done that.
Do you find this as a lazy task or a redundant task? Do you find this task of changing as a lazy task or redundant?
Sir, since it's a redundant task, I did not do that.
Kartik, you said that you are enrolled in 5-year integrated MSc course. How many
Yes, sir.
how many different types of integrated MSc course are there? Except of 5 years?
It's a 5-year integrated MSc course.
Yes, so if you have said it is integrated course, we would have understood, I think.
So since I clarified it's a 5-year integrated MSc course, I believe there's no point in asking that.
Last question on your introduction. You are contesting for the post of General Secretary, Social and Cultural. Can you explain me the difference between social and cultural and classify the events of General Championship into social and cultural?
So this general championship is called the General Championship Social and Cultural because it involves the people of the society.
Please listen to the question carefully. Describe what is social and cultural. Differentiate
Sir,
them.
will you please let me finish my answer? I believe you'll get you answered your question after that. Cultural is called social and cultural because firstly it involves the society and all the people into it. Secondly, the cultural events are related to the social themes in it. Therefore, it's called the General Championship Social and Cultural.
And the second part of my question.
You don't have any follow-ups. You already
You cannot answer my question.
It's okay. You cannot comment on that. You cannot comment on that.
Not answer the
You
question.
cannot comment on that.
Is it the introduction of the student or the introduction of Gymkhana events?
It's not defined that how many questions you can ask in introductions.
No, but introduction.
Can we begin with SOP? Do we have any further questions on introduction? Let's begin with SOP. During my 2 years of stay at IIT Kharagpur, I have participated in a plethora of extracurricular activities. In my first year, I was an associate publicity member of Springfest 2013. I was responsible for publicizing the fest in the colleges of Delhi and NCR, which led to an increase in participation from these regions by 300%. I am currently the Secretary Entertainment of Nehru Hall of Residence. As part of my duties, I efficiently managed the 3 events of the Entertainment Cup held till now. I participated in Open IIT Hindi elocution and won individual gold. I was part of the content creation team for Inter-Hall debate. I was also part of the gold-winning Inter-Hall art design team, the Inter-Hall Hindi dramatics team, the gold-winning Inter-Hall choreography team, and I am currently a part of the Inter-Hall quiz team of Nehru Hall of Residence. Apart from managing and participating in the various events of the General Championships, I have been able to maintain a department rank 1 in the Department of Geology and Geophysics. I have also secured a summer internship at the National Geophysical Research Institute, Hyderabad. During my school time, I was part of the student editor panel of the Times of India NIE edition, and along with a group of 10 students, I was responsible for bringing out a day's edition of the newspaper. I also participated in All India Heritage India Quiz organized by the Central Board of Secondary Education, and our team came second and third out of 1,221 schools of the Allahabad zone in 2011 and 2009 respectively. My involvement in social activities activities includes being part of Campaign Rebirth, an organization aimed at saving the girl child. I am currently holding the post of the media coordinator of the organization and am also a part of the content creation team, in addition to being in charge of the online publicity team. Thus, the overall experience and outlook developed during my school life, as well as in the past 2 years of my stay at IIT Kharagpur, aptly makes it clear that if elected as General Secretary Social and Cultural, I will work for the welfare of the student community of IIT Kharagpur with efficiency, dedication and sincerity.
Kartik, you would want to work for the welfare of student body and being involved in Times of India and media and content development in your initiative. Don't you think you would serve better as a PR chair, Gymkhana?
So, firstly, as a member of the student editor panel of the Times of India NI edition, I honed my report writing and content writing skills, apart from learning how to work in a team and chase a goal and fixed deadline. I believe all these qualities will be helpful to me if elected as General Secretary Social and Cultural, Technology Student Gymkhana.
We are not questioning
Kartik, you
the
were
fact
an
that it
ASP
would
in
help or
Spring
not. The question, Kartik, was wouldn't the post of PR chair be more suited to the profile that you have?
No ma'am, because of my experience in managing the events as well as participating in the various events of the General Championship, I believe I am good enough to contest for the post of General Secretary Social and Cultural, Technology Student Gymkhana.
Kartik, you were in ASP in Springfest 2013 and the number of participants increased by 300%. What was the reason behind this increment? Huge increment.
So I took the initiative of contacting as many colleges as possible, and I also had my friends as well as contacts in those colleges, so I ensured that the publicity of the fest in those colleges keeps going throughout the year. And this led to a huge increase in participation from these colleges.
Can you please elaborate on the number of colleges, number of campus ambassadors you coordinated with?
So, as an associate publicity member of Springfest 2013, I publicized the fest in 30 colleges in Delhi and NCR.
Kartik, if elected as a G6 Open, do you agree that you would have to interact with a lot of deans that are in the institute? I'll mention that there are 8 deans. Can you please list them their positions and one reason why you would have to interact with each of them?
So you want me to list out all the deans?
I don't want their names, I want their position and why you would have to interact with each of them.
So I believe there are 8 dean positions in the institute: Dean of Alumni Affairs and International Relations, Dean of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Dean of Sponsored Research and Industrial Consultancy,
Wrong.
Dean Faculty. You cannot comment. The panelists are requested not to comment on any answer. Not to comment, please. Dean Continuing Education. I listed out all of them.
My question was to highlight one incident why you would have to interact with each of them.
I believe, sir, when I will listing out my proposals, you will get to understand why
I don't think he has to meet with all the deans regarding his
So he has to say that, not you, Mr. Sonas Datta.
Sir, I believe even if I have to interact with the deans, I will be listing out my proposal as to why I have to interact with the deans. I request all the panelists please answer the question to the candidate, please.
Kartik, now that the duties of a general secretary and the duties of the overall head of Springfest has been segregated, so you will have ample time for other opportunities and other avenues as well. So what do you plan to do?
So, since the duties of the overall coordinators of Springfest and the General Secretary Social and Culture have been segregated, I have ample time to look into how the General Championship can be improved and how the participation of the maximum number of students in IIT Kharagpur can be increased in the General Championship.
Kartik, I have a question. Kartik, what are the roles of the General Secretary apart from managing the GC Open IT Freshers event and the societies under you? What would be the other responsibilities apart from this?
As mentioned in the Constitution of Technology Student Gymkhana, the General Secretary is responsible for all the subcommittees in his committee and for day-to-day functioning of the Technology Student Gymkhana. The General Secretary is responsible for heading the subcommittee meetings, and the General Secretary will do all the functions as assigned to him by the President or Vice President of Technology Student Gymkhana.
Okay, so Kartik, I have a follow-up on this. Are you aware of any special responsibility that the current G6 have taken up as assigned by Gymkhana, the President and the Vice President? A very important event that they actually managed in the last semester.
So, ma'am, apart from managing the General Championship and the societies under him, the General Secretary is also responsible for the Foundation Day events as well as other social and cultural activities.
Him and her. And, okay, I'm talking about a
already had one follow-up question.
Kartik, I have a question for you. You said you were the associate publicity head of the Springfest and took the area of Delhi and NCR for publicizing the Springfest, and the increase was 300% due to you had contacts and friends in that area. So you mean to say you did not go to the other areas because you had no contacts there?
Ma'am, can you please rephrase your question? Like what exactly you want to
I
ask?
want to know that you took the area of Delhi NCR for publicizing the Springfest there because you had friends and contacts there. Okay?
Ma'am, it is not that since I had my friends and contacts, I took the area. Since it was my place of residence, the Springfest only assigned me this area for publicizing Springfest 2030.
Kartik, are you aware about the organized by the Dean undergraduate in which the General Secretary played a role?
Can you please repeat your question? I could not get it.
Swami Vivekananda's birth anniversary was celebrated in Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and the General Secretary, Social and Cultural were involved in it. Are you aware about the fact?
Yes, sir.
So can you please throw some light on it?
The General Secretaries were involved in the event since they were asked to do so.
Kartik, I have a question for you. How is your being the department rank 1 going to help us decide whether you should become whether we should vote for you or not?
So, apart from participating and managing the events of the General Championships and my social involvements with Campaign Rebirth, I have been able to maintain a department rank 1 in the Department of Geology and Geophysics. This shows my efficiency and time management skills.
Kartik, are you aware that PFS is charging all the students for Telugu movies that they are showing in Netaji Auditorium? So, like for no other movie, students are charged for Hindi or Bengali, no other movies. Only for Telugu. What are your comments on this?
So the technology filmmaking society is not under General Secretary Social and Culture, therefore I choose not to comment on it.
I would like to clarify your fact. You have a film secretary under you who coordinates with TFS, and you should be aware of this fact that you're contesting for the office of General Secretary Social and Culture.
Yes ma'am, I'm aware of this fact, but the Technology Filmmaking Society is not directly under the General Secretary Social and Culture.
It is the technology.
It is not technology filmmaking society. It is the film society.
Will you be willing to look at this problem once you become the General Secretary Social and Cultural?
Yes sir, surely I will look into it.
How can you become a General Secretary Social and Cultural if you don't know what is the problem? Do you know it is not technology filmmaking society, it is technology film society. And secondly, if you don't know that there is a problem, how can you resolve it when you become a G6 Sokal?
So since the Technology Film Society is not under General Secretary Social and Culture, I am not aware of the problem yet. If elected, and if you want me to resolve the problem, I will surely look into the problem first and resolve it.
Okay, Kartik, I have one question. What is the point allocated for inter-hall GC championship Eastern Vocals group?
So the Eastern Vocals and Eastern Groups events are separate. For Eastern Vocals, 60 points is allocated. For Eastern Groups, 100 points are allocated.
Kartik, what did you as being part of Campaign Rebirth?
So, I am holding the post of the media coordinator of Campaign Rebirth. As media coordinator, I was involved in getting the activities of Campaign Rebirth mentioned in the Commonwealth Online Portal and International Political Forum. I was also responsible for getting the media partner, University Express, for the Campaign Rebirth event as part of the occasion of International Women's Week. Sir, currently I am in talks with Youth Ki Awaaz for featuring the activities of Campaign Rebirth in its online newspaper. I am also involved in talks with Britannia Heart of Gold Initiative for the activities happening in the Juvenile Rehabilitation Center, Prayas, of Campaign Rebirth in New Delhi to feature them on its show.
Kartik, what are your views regarding the postgraduate participation in the General Championship events?
So the participation of the postgraduate students in the General Championship events is increasing over the years. Last year, Vidyasagar Hall of Residence got the bronze in one of the entertainment events. This year, Vikram Sarabhai Residential Complex got a gold in the Eastern Vocals event, and Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Hall of Residence got a bronze in the Bengali Dramatics event. The participation of these people is increasing, and if elected as General Secretary Social and Cultural, I will further take steps to initiatives to ensure that their participation increases further.
Okay, Kartik, what was the position held by Nehru Hall of Residence in Hindi Elocution General Championship this year? Did they win anything?
So in the Hindi Elocution event, Nehru Hall of Residence came fifth.
Okay, you have won gold in Hindi Elocution Open IT. So did you participate in the Inter halls as well?
And I was one of the promovers of speaking, but after that was the decision of the captains as to who will participate in the inter-hall debate.
Okay, don't you think after winning gold in Open IT, if you would have spoken for your hall of residents, they could have performed better in the inter-hall?
Oh ma'am, I do not want to question the integrity of captain. I know my captain has done a great job in ensuring that the team works fine and he has selected the best participants for performing.
Kartik, whose decision is final regarding the participation of the team?
As I mentioned, sir, it was the captain's decision and he took the best decision for the hall.
Kartik, what is the hierarchy of Gymkhana?
So the hierarchy of the Gymkhana is as follows. The rector, who is the director of the institute, then honorary treasurer Gymkhana, then the rector of... Pardon, sir? So you're saying something?
No, I'm not. You are listening too much.
So the rector, then the president of technology student Gymkhana, then the honorary treasurer of president technology student Gymkhana, then the rector nominees and the vice president.
Okay.
Then the general secretaries and the secretaries.
Where are the postgraduate representatives mentioned in the hierarchy of the technology
The
students?
postgraduate representatives are part of the respective committees, that is social and cultural committee, technology committee and sports and games committee.
So why didn't you mention them in the hierarchy of technology students?
I believe I did not anywhere mention in the hierarchy the committees which are a part of the technology student Gymkhana, therefore I did not mention them.
Kartik, is this hierarchy mentioned anywhere in the constitution of Gymkhana? Or you've devised it out of yourself?
What, sir?
Is this hierarchy that you listed anywhere mentioned on any page of the constitution of Gymkhana, or have you devised it yourself?
Sir, it is not directly mentioned in any of the pages, but in case you read the Constitution of Technology and Gymkhana, you will very well understand this is the hierarchy of technology.
Okay, Kartik, for your kind information, you missed on the postgraduate representatives, and which you should have included in your own version of hierarchy. It is just a suggestion. I don't want an answer. I don't want an answer, Kartik. It is just a suggestion. Kindly.
Do you have a copy of Constitution right now?
Any suggestion? You ask the question and let the candidate answer it, please.
Do you have the Constitution, copy of Constitution right
Yes, sir,
now?
I have the Constitution.
Can you
copy.
please supply one of them to some of the panelists?
Yes,
We
yes,
don't
sure.
need a copy of Constitution.
Kartik, what has been your role as an entertainment secretary in Hall of Presidents?
Sir, as a secretary entertainment of Nehru Hall of Residence, I was involved in conducting the practice sessions of all the events till now. I also ensured that the participants practice properly and all the desired deadlines as decided by the captain of the meetings and the practices were fulfilled. Please let me finish. During the day of the event, I was involved in handling the logistic issues of the event as well as ensuring that the participants face no problem with the slots and are the best for their performance. Apart from that, even before the events, I was involved in ensuring that all the equipments as well as the instruments used by the participants are in proper condition and they face no hindrance in their practices.
Kartik, can you tell me 3 weaknesses that you have? Any 3 weaknesses that you feel you have?
So, ma'am, my first weakness, I am not able to say no to people when they ask for a legitimate favor. My second weakness, I tend to push people harder and sometimes forget that all of them are at the same level or at the same rank. And my third weakness, sometimes I become too involved in something and tend to forget my personal commitments over it.
Okay, thank you.
Kartik, you are the department rank 1 of geology and geophysics. What is the difference between upstream and downstream?
So I believe this question is highly irrelevant to the current SOAPBOX which is there.
It is as much as relevant as you have mentioned your academic achievements in your SOP.
So as I clearly highlighted in one of my previous answers as to why I highlighted my academic achievements, I highlighted my academic achievements because I wanted to give you a proof of my efficiency and time management skills.
Kartik, congratulations on the internship that you have bagged for this summers. What was the need of mentioning you going to Hyderabad for some internship in your statement of purpose here?
So the internship which I have secured is direct manifestation of my academic achievements over the past 3 semesters and the academic record I have maintained. Therefore, I found that I should be mentioning it in my statement of purpose because it shows my time management and efficiency skills over the past 3 semesters when I was involved in many of the events as well as in my academics.
Kartik, you are bragging about your academic achievements and you cannot answer a basic question of geology, geophysics, of academic on a public forum.
I clearly stated as to why I mentioned my academic achievements and I believe that the question is highly relevant to the SOAP of Technology Student Gymkhana, so General Secretary, Social and
Okay,
Culture.
thank you.
Kartik, is this a test going on?
Thank you, the time is up. Thank you. I'll begin the discussion with my first proposal. I propose to conduct social awareness drives on various pressing social issues for the students of IIT Kharagpur as well as in the villages around the campus. It will have a dual benefit of making the students aware of the social problems as well as will help in removing these problems in the villages around the campus. To begin with, the awareness drive will be conducted on the following social issues. child labor, eve teasing, alcoholism, drug and substance abuse. Duration of each of these awareness drive will be 2 days and will be held on a weekend. Within the campus, the awareness drive will include seminars and interactive sessions with the students. The other day, these organizations will be conducting the awareness drive in the villages. The awareness drive in the villages will include rallies as well as one-to-one interaction with the people. These organizations will also be willing to help the people alleviate their problems if required. The organizations will be held by the student volunteers in the village awareness drives.
Kartik, do you think that conducting workshops outside IIT campus does it lie under your ambit?
So, as a General Secretary, Social and Cultural Technology Student Gymkhana, I am the elected representative of the students of IIT Kharagpur. I believe it's high time that we look forward, apart from our regular responsibilities of the General Championship events and the societies which come under our domain. That's why I propose to conduct the social awareness drives in and around the campus IIT Kharagpur.
Is this protection only limited outside the campus, or will it also help in some way for the students of IIT Kharagpur as well?
As I mentioned in my proposal, it will include, the awareness drive will be conducted both inside the campus as well as outside the campus. Inside the campus, it will make the students of IIT Kharagpur aware about these problems, and the awareness created amongst the students will surely help make the campus immune to these social problems.
Okay, Kartik, are you aware of the National Youth Day celebrated under the umbrella of National Service Scheme IIT Kharagpur?
Yes, sir.
So, what different are you trying to introduce in this proposal? Because they have rallies, workshops, and everything under National Youth Day.
Sir, in case you have read my proposal, the awareness drives will be conducted as related to the following social issues: child labor, eve teasing, alcoholism, and drug and substance abuse. Sir, please let me finish. Sir, I conducted a survey in the 6 villages around IIT Kharagpur campus. These villages included Salua, Soladhara, Balrampur, Kasijora, Porapara, and Ghagra. Sir, out of the survey created, which you can see, the survey form can be shown to the panelists, please. Sir, in the survey form, these problems have been highlighted as the problems faced by these villages, and therefore we are conducting this awareness drive on the following social issues.
Okay, very good, Kartik, that you're doing all these awareness drives. But I don't see anything in your proposal that you're actually doing to solve these problems. Already NSS is taking so many initiatives to do some awareness drive. What are your initiatives? Can you state them?
Ma'am, I believe you can comment on the fact whether the problems will be solved or not only after the implementation of the proposal.
No, your proposal only deals with spreading the awareness drive. It mentions nothing about how you'll solve the problem.
As I clearly mentioned in the second last line, that the organizations will be willing to help the people alleviate the problems if required. So the people...
So, obviously it will be required. Kartik, it is an obvious point that people are facing problems.
Kartik, have you contacted organizations? Have you
Yes, sir,
contacted
I have contacted the organizations. The list of organizations is written in Appendix 1.
Kartik, I have read the list of organizations.
Kartik?
What are the amount that these organizations are charging for conducting the drives?
These organizations do not require any remuneration fee for charging
So you mean to say that all of them will be coming from Kolkata to Kharagpur on their own cost?
Yes, sir, they will be coming on their own cost.
Is it confirmed, Kartik? Have you confirmed this?
Yes, sir.
Any written confirmation?
Yes, sir, the mail confirmation can be shown to the panel.
Kartik, your first proposal talks about all the awareness drive. Your second proposal talks about the literary fest. Your third proposal talks about the photography and filmmaking event. What is your proposal or strategies with regards to the increase in the PG participation? None of the other candidates, and I don't see any mention of the PG candidates in your proposal address. What will you do to increase it?
I believe, ma'am, I clearly highlighted the instances where the participation of the postgraduate students is already increasing in the General Championship. If elected as General Secretary, Social and Cultural, I will take further initiatives to enhance the participation of postgraduate students in the campus.
I think all the participation has already been mentioned by the candidate before.
It has been mentioned, but it should be one of the strategies.
Please let me finish my answer. Ma'am, I interacted with the postgraduate students in the various holidays, and I came to know that, I further took initiatives to increase the participation. One of the postgraduate students in Gokhale Hall of Residence, she told me that she was interested in participating in the quiz events, but she is not aware of it. So I personally took the initiative of forwarding her the rules, the event dates, and I believe she participated. And if you want...
Kartik, you are conducting a lot of social awareness drives, and that will require you. So personally, you would be conducting the drives, or the associations would be the organization?
The associations will be sending a team of 3 to 4 people. Along with it, the student volunteers will be willing to help them.
Which student volunteers?
whosoever is interested among the students of IIT
from
Kharagpur.
where will you get those student volunteers? Do you have a
students of
strategy plan for that in your proposal? How are you planning to get those?
Ma'am, in the first day when the awareness drive will be conducted inside the campus, it will
When?
be...
How? You don't have any strategy mentioned
Please
in your
let me
proposal.
finish my answer.
Yes, please finish.
In the first day when the awareness drive will be conducted inside the campus, it will be attended by the students of IIT Kharagpur. These organizations will interact with the students and tell them about the plans for the next day, and these students will be willing to help them because I contacted the students about my proposal and they were willing to help.
Kartik, the drive that you're conducting for child labor, eve teasing, alcoholism, I believe these are the qualities that you imbibe in your upbringing. Do you want to say that students of IIT Kharagpur possess these policies and that is why there is a drive required?
In case you clearly heard one of my previous answers, I said these drives which will be conducted on the social issues of child labor, eve teasing, alcoholism, drug and substance abuse. These issues have come up on the basis of the survey which was conducted in the 6 villages on IIT Kharagpur, and I believe I was not a resident of any of these villages, so you cannot comment on my upbringing. Okay. Kartik, I have clearly stated in the question that you commented on my upbringing. I forbade you to do that.
Kartik, I appreciate your survey, but did you contact the program coordinator for National Service Scheme IIT Kharagpur?
Yes, sir. I contacted the program coordinator of National Service Scheme IIT Kharagpur, Professor Devashish Roy, and he is very well supportive of this proposal.
Okay, Kartik, when there is attendance given for attending such awareness drives, even then 100% attendance is not present in such awareness drives conducted by National Service Scheme. So how would students be willing to attend such drives?
So the students will be there to help these organizations. Firstly, I am contacting these organizations because of their professional experience in conducting these drives and alleviating these problems.
Kartik, and is it limited for only the NSS people to join as a volunteer?
No, sir. There's nowhere mentioned in my proposal. Any student of IIT Kharagpur is free to join these drives.
Kartik, I have another question. The 4 issues that you have raised, child labor, eve teasing, alcoholism, drugs. So don't you think these issues are actually present within the campus as well? Many of these issues, like eve teasing, alcoholism, on which institute has taken measures. Don't you think your proposal should have an implementation within the campus first, where you are living, rather than going out of the campus?
Again, I believe you have not read my proposal. It includes both awareness drive inside the campus as well as outside the campus.
How are you planning? Where are you planning to spread it inside the campus? Amongst whom and how? What is the strategy?
I've clearly written that the awareness drive inside the campus will include seminars and interactive sessions conducted with the students by these organizations.
Kartik, while you contacting the organizations for conducting the drives, you did it on behalf of IIT Kharagpur, right?
Yes, sir.
With whose permission did you took initiative on conducting using the name of IIT Kharagpur?
When I had the idea of this proposal, I contacted the Dean of Student Affairs, IIT Kharagpur, and after that only I contacted the organization.
Kartik, conducting these raising of awareness drive, will it also have an impact on the image and brand name of IIT Kharagpur as an institute?
Yes, sir, it will surely have, because when the students of IIT Kharagpur will be working with these organizations in the nearby villages, these work will be covered by the media organizations whom I have also contacted.
Kartik, what will be the benefit? What will be the benefit for the organization who are conducting this event?
So since these activities of these organizations will be covered by the media bodies, it will provide a boost to both the prestige of the organization, their work, as well as the image of IIT Kharagpur.
Have you
Kartik, you have no schedule of all your awareness drives. I'm not sure, when are you starting it, in August, September, October, November, next year, or after your tenure? What is your plan? You have not put any data regarding that. So can you mention an exact date, times, which hall?
I believe only after consulting... Ma'am, only after consulting the institute authorities about the exact availability of the dates, the decision can be taken with consent.
What date do you need from the institute to conduct a drive? Seriously, please.
Kartik, has this proposal been affiliated by the institute right now?
The Dean of Student Affairs has given the consent for this, but the exact dates will be finalized once the schedule for the next year comes.
Thank you, Kartik. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.